What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Flying Bison Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Sleigh Rider Ale, and this is the 2022 release. So they're calling this one a golden ale with coffee, chocolate, and vanilla flavors. It comes in at 6.3% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review. This bottle is just under 6 weeks old. So this is the final Western New York Wednesday beer of 2022. And I will say this, I love Western New York Wednesdays, and I will continue to do them every single Wednesday or most Wednesdays, as far as the channel exists. But I will say one of my New Year's resolutions for 2023 when it comes to the channel is to drink more beers from other breweries in the Western New York area, more specifically Buffalo. It's been a while since I've reviewed a Flying Bison beer. If you follow the channel, you know I review a lot of Big Ditch and Thin Man beers, some froth beers, and that's because a lot of those breweries are my favorite here in specifically Buffalo. But there's so many other breweries that I need to at least review one or two throughout the course of the year. There's 52, should be around 52 Wednesdays in 2023. So the fact that I haven't reviewed a Flying Bison beer this year is just ridiculous. So going forward, that's what I'm gonna try to do, and we'll see if I make that happen. It's gonna be something I try to do. Anyway, crack this one open. I thought I would review this one because unlike a lot of winter warmers and winter ales in general, this is kind of different. You're talking about a golden ale or like a blonde ale that has what does it say, chocolate or coffee, chocolate, vanilla flavors, kind of, almost like a mocha kind of vibe. Let's give it a go. So give it a pour here. Also, just so you know, kind of to date this review, I'm reviewing this one during the blizzard here of 2022 in Buffalo. It is absolutely ridiculous. The winds finally slowed down today, but there's like 2 feet of snow out there. I got like 6-foot drifts. Who knows when I'll be able to get out of the house and go outside and actually do something, because I don't think the blower's going to make it through all the crazy drifts. Anyway, yeah, that looks like a golden/blonde ale. Has like that, kind of blonde color to it, a little bit maybe of an orange vibe, golden to some degree. It had about a finger of a off-white colored head that is now dissipated to a thin film, probably because of all the adjuncts. But yeah, I mean, that kind of looks like a blonde/golden ale. Let's get a nose. Coffee is prominent. That's nice. So one thing about like blonde ales or golden ales, I always enjoy them with coffee. This harkens back like 10 years. I forgot who it was in Michigan. It might have been a Shorts beer. They had like a coffee blonde ale, and I always enjoyed that beer. It was so different, because usually when you drink coffee beers, they're usually in darker beers more often than not. Nowadays, there's coffee in all kinds of different beers. But you're talking back, 2012, 2013, 2014, there weren't a lot of you get like a coffee stout or a coffee porter or something like that. But I just like it. There's almost like a citrus kind of feel to the base golden ale. There's definitely like a bready thing going on, bready, biscuity kind of vibe. But then I get a strong coffee aroma. There's a little bit of chocolate that's giving me some mocha vibes. The vanilla is almost like I had a like a mocha coffee with like an extra shot of vanilla in it or something. Smells pretty sweet, but not like overly so. Light, but intense at the same time. Does that sound stupid? Kind of, right? That's what I got. Anyway, cheers. See what this one has to offer. That's a fun beer. Yeah, it reminds me, I think it was Shorts. I want to say it was Shorts. Could have been someone else in Michigan. It's either Shorts or another brewery, and I'm just not remembering them off the top of my head correctly. But it was a coffee blonde, and this is kind of reminiscent of that beer. Body at 6.3%, maybe a bit thin. It's like lower side of medium. I'm okay with it, though. Makes it a little bit more drinkable. The mouthfeel, definitely crispy, has a moderate carbonation, but it's very smooth on the palate, easy drinking. The taste, it's kind of like if they made a Terry's orange chocolate ball, right? But instead of just straight orange and chocolate, it had it was actually mocha flavored. Like it had coffee and chocolate in addition to the orange. That's kind of what I'm getting in a 6.3% blonde ale. It's pretty fun. Yeah, so at the forefront, biscuity, ready. The blonde, the golden blonde ale base, it's there. But then I get orange. It's like an orange peel into like a slightly like sweeter orange, not a juice, but just like a sweeter orange. And then the coffee hits, followed by the chocolate and like a dollop of vanilla, like almost a whipped cream-esque kind of sensation. Just like a mocha coffee with like whipped cream on top. It finishes semi to full on dry. There's almost no bitterness here, and I didn't really expect it, but there is a pretty big dryness. Good job, Flying Bison. Like, this is a really fun beer, and you know what? I enjoy that it's something different as far as a winter seasonal goes. Like, I really do. So many winter warmers out there and other bigger beers and Scotch ales and this and that, and I like all those styles, but bringing something different to the table that doesn't necessarily fit the norm of what you know for a winter beer, and I think they did a pretty fucking good job with it. Yeah, can't really taste the alcohol, 6.3%. This is a deceptive beer too, because it drinks a lot. As far as the ABV and the mouthfeel or the body, like this drinks like something that's like 5% from that aspect, but it's definitely a bit bigger than that. So you drink, a 6-pack of this and you'll be feeling real good. Anyway, Sleigh Rider Ale, the 2022 release from Flying Bison. You got to keep it 100, and I always do. And this beer, to me, I'm going to be, I feel like it's a 4 out of 5. This beer is a 4 out of 5 for me. Probably the highest rated Flying Bison beer I've had in a hot minute. I mean, when it comes to Flying Bison, they're one of the OG Buffalo craft breweries. They've been around the longest as far as everybody that's still going, I believe. And, they're more mainstream beers. Think of Sam Adams, but in the West New York area, Buffalo, Rochester. This is like the Sam Adams of this region. You can throw them up there with, Genesee's a bigger company. A lot of people consider them macro. I get that. But this is like, as far as like a craft brewery, this is kind of like Sam Adams of, we'll just say Buffalo area. And a lot of their mainstream beers are pretty solid and better than, a lot of the macro ones you can buy if you're out, at a bar or, like a comedy club or, the Sabres game or something. For a long time, it was these beers or, macro beers. So they'll always hold a special place in my heart, and I always enjoy trying their stuff. I need to review some of their staples because some of their staples are pretty solid as well. So always keep that in mind, and giving a beer like this a 4 out of 5 to me means a lot, because that means this is a fucking, not only a good beer for them, but in general. And this is one of the best Flying Bison beers I've had in a hot minute. Price and availability, I don't know with Flying Bison. I know they're here in Buffalo, New York. They were bought by Saranac many years ago. And I think they brew their beer both here in Buffalo and in Utica, New York, where Saranac is from. But I don't know if they get throughout New York State or not. If you are outside of Buffalo and Rochester and you see Flying Bison and stuff, let me know. I'd love it. Post in the comment section. And as far as the price point, I bought this in the Mix 6 section of my local Wegmans grocery store, so I don't know, but I'd imagine 6 packs of this probably 10 to 12 bucks, kind of par for the course for Flying Bison. Also, congratulations to Tim Herzog, who was one of the founders of Flying Bison. He retired back in November, called it quits, and he always had the crazy handlebar mustache, and he was like a local celebrity in the beer scene for many, many years. So he retired, and it's Flying Bison. It's nostalgic to me and just whatever. Anyway, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Like I said, 2023, we're going to be reviewing a lot more different beer within the Western New York area, not just Big Dish and Thin Man. Don't get me wrong, 2 of my favorite breweries, but need to kind of expand the breweries that I review from the Western New York area, because there's so many breweries now. A lot of people don't even know about them. Need to do it. Anyway, appreciate it. Hopefully the snow melts in the next 3 or 4 days, or we're going to have to try to snow blow through it. See how we fare. I don't know if we'll succeed. We'll see. Anyway, cheers.